What's going on? It's Justeeni here. In the World Championships, I underestimated Xin-Xi, and I paid the ultimate price. So now I'm playing Xin-Xi because Xin-Xi apparently good. Yeah, I played some games with them, and here's a game with Xin-Xi. Do you guys think Xin-Xi's gonna win the World Championships? Maybe. I think they are actually a good contender, but yeah, let's get right into the game. So my start is pretty bad. I'm right next to ooooo, which is not a good thing. But the median stars allow me to get mining to develop decently fast, but it also helps the opponent. So the situation isn't pretty good, but Xin-Xi's pretty good. I go for a workshop here because I really need the eco. Like, I get the lighthouse, but it's not that useful for me, so I decide, nah, I don't need it. They get climbing here, which is kind of annoying, but I think also maybe an overcommitment, because I can just make warriors, and they can be annoying with their warrior, but I don't care too much. Now I can get smithery, and I don't actually have any like high-level forges, but I'm kind of just able to work with this. Now the opponent kind of has the rest of the map. I'm in my own corner. But I get the lighthouse, that's going to allow me to upgrade. And I can get the lighthouse in this western corner. And I've got 4 cities, really nice density. I got all the cities next to my capital, and then everything else belongs to ooooo. But they don't have the best density, so this isn't too bad actually. They get a vet sword, they get roads and farming already. So they're going very greedy, kind of as they should here. It's hard for ooooo to attack into me. There's all this water in the way. And I'm about to get my first giant. I go for the border growth. It gives me water access, and I want to take these tiles away. So then ooooo can't use their roads. Just kind of playing for the long game. That's a good thing to do with Xin-Xi. And now they're getting ready. Get their giant, there it is. Now I go hunting to get my giant going. They actually get their giant first. Now I park a fortune here, pop growth, getting ready for my second giant. And again, we're both just kind of not training too many units, being kind of more on the greedy and defensive side. I've definitely trained a few more units because I know, like, I have to ensure that I'm defending well. Border growth here. Border growth here is to prepare this sawmill spot. If I'm going markets, I can market here. I can market here. And then I can also sawmill here, market here, market here. And I get a pretty good economy out of markets. Again, normally Xin-Xi is a tribe that I say has bad markets, but here I have a level 6 market with only level 2 forges. Now the rest of my markets aren't too remarkable, unless I get math, that is. But yeah, and they get cloaks. Turn 12 cloak. And how do I deal with this? My capital's right there. I get riding, but I can't actually kill their cloak. And yeah, they move it away. I kind of just have to let it happen. Now I know that the cloak isn't here, because the giant's here, which means the cloak's never getting here. So I don't have to block that. And I don't want to hit my capital, so I just block every square. I only have to worry about this city now, but this city's only at level 4. If they only get 1 dagger from this city, they steal some income, and it's kind of annoying, but they spend so much in terms of tech price to get the cloak that it's not much of a payoff. They do get something, but I want them to get as little as possible, so I'm blocking all the spots where dagger can spawn. This is in version 116 where the cloaks are still bugged. A PSA to those who don't know already, version 117 fixes the cloak bug. And it is out right now as of recording this, which means by the time you're seeing this, it'll be out for a few days. So update your game, peoples. But yeah, there's the cloak getting 1 dagger and a measly bit of damage. Better than nothing, but still not great for them. Now I decide to kind of counterattack. I'm hoping to find their cloak, but they were actually very smart to not have it where you would expect the cloak to be. I get the siege at least to make up for things, but they did kind of surprise me with that. I kind of just like overextended my swords. Now they misplayed this, they should have hit with the sword first. But yeah, that sword survives on 1 HP, And it's just going to run back because I don't want it to die. I want it to live. And then, of course, the same thing happens here. You can see this warrior would have dealt 5 damage, so I didn't want to do the exact same thing. I unfortunately wasted some units. This was a live game. And yeah, they're spamming defenders as they should, but then I see the cloak symbol. Ooh, I wonder where the cloak is. It looks like it has a 100% chance of being here. Yeah, it's literally just guaranteed. That's pretty cool. You know what else is cool? Veteran Swordman. Let's go. And I can kill the cloak as well. So I'm like super happy. And suddenly, like, I have 3 giants. They only have 2. Their cloaks are kind of gone. And I'm pressuring them pretty well. I've got the swords. I've got a bunch of warriors that I had from earlier. I've got some riders. I've got roads. I've got 2 bridges, which is pretty cool. Bridges are good for the content. They get chivalry and smithery? What the heck? How are they even able to afford all this? I actually have no idea. Like, they went like all the way across the tech tree. I just get trade here, slam down a market, one that I was planning on getting earlier, and then start on my other ones. I'm having a great time. They hit my giant, which is an interesting decision. So I go ahead and siege. And I also kind of smack down this giant. And I also notice this cloak can actually die with this beautiful rider push. This is, I'm pretty sure, the only way to do it. This is the only way I saw in the game. I need that rider push because this rider cannot reach. And then the sword kills. And this giant's almost dead. And they've got these knights, but I'm playing around the knights, so it doesn't really matter for them. They get a Houdini off saving both monuments. They saved this Park of Fortune for like 10 years. Definitely worth it, I guess. I wasn't expecting that they still had the monument. I guess I should have been paying closer attention because it totally caught me off guard. They send the knight in, they wanted the chain, I guess, and then they decided to resign on the spot, seeing that they couldn't get it. They definitely still could have played on here because they have a ton of attacks just for no reason. Like, they have knights and defenders they can hold on here. I guess eventually I'm getting math and shiv, and I already have swords, so I don't need to get defenders, and I'm gonna have more giants. I probably do win in the long term, but it's worth at least making me prove it. Because resigning here, I mean, I guess if you look from their point of view, it's actually somehow an even 4-4. They never took this city. They would have had some crazy naval dominance if they did. But it's mostly a land battle anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Like, I did prefer my position, but it was maybe a little early resign. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.